All right, so hello everyone. My name is Yaroslav, and today we're going to be talking about marketing strategy and deconstructing it behind our submission to Nothing Phone Community Edition contest. Um, so our team consists of two people, me and Anton. So the core challenge here is that the phone itself is co-created with community, and the top-down marketing campaign, in our opinion, wouldn't just work really well. What is top-down marketing campaign approach? It's an approach where brand decides what message to send. Uh, on the other side, the bottom to top marketing campaign comes from the community itself, like what they want to hear. Furthermore, we face significant constraints that this project was undertaken with zero budget and within a tight 1 month time frame. We also received a brief that while exciting, we got to work with the community and Nothing brand itself lacked some foundational marketing data like detailed target demographics, which is the basis of all marketing campaigns. Um, Meaning that we had to build much of that understanding ourselves, which is adding to the complexity. Nothing explained that due to their short product launch windows, uh, perhaps only about 6 months from concept to shelf, all contest categories, hardware, software, accessories, marketing, etc., ran simultaneously. This meant that we initially had to develop marketing concepts for a phone that didn't fully exist yet, requiring later adaptation. It's a challenging but realistic scenario. So, okay, given the constraints and the unique challenging, our approach had to be rigorous. So we committed to being research driven, grounding every decision in evidence, insight-led, focusing on deep audience understanding, and collaborative. We knew we couldn't succeed without truly listening. Okay, so let's start with the step one, which is foundational analysis. This is about mapping the terrain before you start the journey, understanding the brand, the product context, and the market. So, we started first with Nothing's brand ethos, which is their core identity. Analyzing their mission, which is making tech fun again, values, minimalism, honesty, obviously transparency, and overall personality is crucial. Any campaign must feel like it's genuinely coming from nothing. Next thing is product uniqueness. Uh, the absolute key here is the community co-creation story. That's the narrative heart. We also noted signature elements like the glyph interface as part of the expected nothing package. Then goes market positioning. Where does nothing fit? So they employ a differentiation marketing strategy, which is deliberately focusing on unique features and designed to stand out in rather specific niches rather than competing head-on with large mass market players through broad top-down and not only campaigns. So this involves understanding their intended target audience, uh, yes, and their USP, unique selling proposition. Okay, so it brings us to step number two, uncovering key insights from the audience. So we had split it in two parts. First part is target audience research. Um, we used different online sources like Nothing official channels, Carl Pay's interviews, case studies, Reddit official forums, social media, and tech reviewers, which gave us the public brand sentiment, which was design focus, hype, quality control concerns, especially in India, and community buzz. India is one of the largest markets for Nothing, I think. Uh, and also, it helped us to refine our core target audience hypothesis, which is so the age is 25 to 45, male skewed, global developing nations focused, um, mid-income, tech-aware, design-conscious people. Next thing, so for the part two, we thought that just the target audience hypothesis wouldn't be just enough because this is all about the community. This phone is built not just for community, but by community itself. So we had to ask community members to see what do they actually think about nothing, what do you think, what do they think about the competitors, and last year concepts. But we're going to talk about that later. So we decided to split the segments for interview in 5 parts. So fans, users, potential buyers, former users, and opinion leaders. And here's a huge thank you incoming for all the participants. I really do appreciate you guys. You really helped us a lot to refine our core idea later. Um, so shout out to them. And it brings us to in-depth interviews itself. So we conducted them and we asked for demographics, user profile, nothing brand perception, campaign concept resonance. It was the same structured interview, which allowed people to talk freely, while we also kept the questions that we had to ask 100%, like the age, the name, and different other questions, as I mentioned before. So after conducting this, we got a lot of raw data, and raw data is really important. The raw data allows you to always come back after some time. If you, for example, carry a lot of hats, um, and may have forgotten something, you can always come back and reread the whole interview or the analysis afterwards. So preparing interview data consisted of transcription and refinement. For transcription, we used different tools like Vibe to transcribe video to text, and refinement, because it wasn't perfect, we used Gemini LLM to refine the text, find some obvious issues with the text, and formatted by the questions. So question and answer, which saved us a lot of time. And obviously, after that, you also have to recheck everything just to make sure that all the data is correct. Next thing, moving on, is filling out the sheet itself. So in the sheet itself, there has to be name, age, and all the demographics, and a little bit of user profile, which is basically a researcher's note and initial insight capture. After getting all this data for one person, you do a final refinement, you rewatch everything, and try to make sure that everything works out well. Moving on to the next thing, which is score insights. We thought about this a lot, and we thought whether we have to give insights for one person each, so everybody would have their own insights, which they do. But we decided to have a more general approach, and I'll explain why later. So we got 4 different insights. Insight number 1, craving uniqueness and self-expression. Um, we found out that people really do love to be unique, and they are self-expressing through their nothing phone. Insight number 2, they value authenticity and they fear corporate. So they really like authentic messaging, and they're really tired of the corporate feel of various brands, which doesn't really bring the trust, which is insight number 3, balance aesthetics and practicality and trust. Um, which is people were aware of the past quality control issues, especially in the indie market, as I mentioned before. So it required a bit of trust to build up. Insight number 4, communication gap, need for why. This was actually really crucial. Upon watching the last year entry winner, the glow in the dark concept, we thought as researchers that maybe the message wasn't clear. We knew the message, we understood it very well, but we thought that for target audience, it wouldn't be enough uh, of the. But for target audience, we thought that maybe it might need another approach. So It was just our hypothesis, and we wanted to find out. So we used that advertising. We showed that advertising to people in our research, in which we found out that people consistently missed out on the idea behind the advertising and usually noticed the features of the video. So the phone was glowing in the dark, the fireflies, and so on. All these parts, they help us to understand the audience. When you understand the audience, we move this to the next step. Step number 3, crafting customer avatars. So first of all, let's talk about avatars themselves. Why create avatars? So research gives us insights, but insights are abstract. It means that those insights, they are deliberately picked for one person at a time. Imagine how many customers there are that nothing has. It's not just a small B2B market. It's a business to client market, which usually has a lot of clients. So while we try to satisfy the needs of each person, we need to generalize. Uh, Next thing, they help us to stay focused. Who are we really talking to? It is really easy to get winded up in the ideas when you do the creative part, and sometimes you may forget who you're actually talking to. Next thing, avatars turn data into relatable people. So as I said before, it is a generalized customer that comes out from a research insights. Next thing, they help, they build understanding and keep creative work grounded, which is obvious, and they represent key patterns, not just one person. And I also talked about that before. So welcome to different customer avatars. So feel free to read the whole avatar itself here. But here we go. We got 2 of them. Amar, 31 years old, India, Mumbai. So he is freelance graphic designer. He seeks unique design to stand out, values quality and longevity. He values quality and longevity, bored by mainstream tech, appreciates professional and honest approach. All these insights and avatar descriptions, they're coming all from the insights themselves. And you can see the hours here. For example, seeks unique design to stand out comes out to insight number 1, craving uniqueness and self-expression. Or appreciates professional, honest approach, which goes to value authenticity and pure corporate. Next avatar is Yun. He is 26 years old. He is from Poland, Warsaw, and he is a junior. I'm sorry if I misspelled the city. So he's a junior software engineer. He needs an affordable, good-looking phone, values smooth experience, and expression specs. He's an active social media user, tech enthusiast, and wants tech to feel human, not overwhelming. So you can see all these arrows here. So as again, wants tech to feel human, not overwhelming, goes to value authenticity and fear corporate. So all these core insights, so we got the avatars done. So those avatars, it is possible now to create the idea. Step number 4, insight-driven campaign. Our campaign strategy is share the light. It means that every person has an inner light that he's ready to share. This is all about the community phone. People share the light, and they create a community edition phone from nothing. So we got film concept. Okay, so we present this a synopsis. Why a synopsis? In a proposal, it's the most efficient way to convey the film narrative arc, mood, key scenes, and message without needing a full script or storyboard yet. It allows stakeholders to quickly grasp the core idea. And our synopsis details an atmospheric cafe, visual metaphor, sharing light, explain the why first. Explaining the why first means that the idea is pretty clear. So this structure is direct response to the communication gap identified, ensuring that meaning lands before the product focus, avoiding the pitfalls of previous feature-centric ad. The authentic feel also addresses insight number 2. Now let's talk about creative detail, community signal Easter egg. So why include this? So it serves a multiple strategic purposes. It rewards the most observant core community members, making them feel in the know, which we believe is the target audience for this phone itself, because it's a limited edition and it is directly targeted at the community itself, the ones that created it. Next thing, it generates buzz and discussion. Um, for example, DJ Spotted, extending campaign engagement. And it directly aligns with Nothing's Making Tech Fun Again ethos, adding a layer of playful discovery. So it brings us to key takeaways and value. First takeaway is power of deep qualitative insight, uncovering the why. Um, Next thing is the importance of a clear strategic thread, linking research to creative part and the value testing concepts and learning from past challenges. This rigorous process delivered value through an audience-centric, strategically grounded roadmap. As for tools and methodology notes, we thought it might be useful to tell you about them. So we used Figma for visual planning and process mapping, then we used for interview video to text transcription. Then we used Gemini large language model to transcription refinement, improving accuracy, and Illustrative persona image generation, which is avatars. And Grok, it helped us to so it assisted us with secondary research, which is source and case study identification. As again, as I noticed before, the link to the project itself is here or will be in the video down below in the description. So thank you very much. Feel free to contact me on the LinkedIn or via the email, or feel free to leave the comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube.